Harry Potter's 17th birthday officially triggers the immediate and absolute collapse of every magical protection he's ever known. To smuggle him out of his childhood home, the Order of the Phoenix executes a desperate decoy maneuver. 6 members drink polyjuice potion, transforming into exact duplicates of Harry, and scatter in different directions to confuse Voldemort's forces. The escape is a bloodbath. Harry survives, but his lifelong owl companion Hedwig is killed in the crossfire, and the veteran Auror Mad-Eye Moody is struck down during the ambush. The adult mentors and magical institutions that shielded Harry for 6 years are gone. He and his friends are now entirely exposed. Before they can even regroup, the Minister of Magic delivers Dumbledore's final will. Instead of a concrete plan, the late headmaster leaves Harry, Ron, and Hermione a set of seemingly useless artifacts: a book of children's fairy tales, a device that captures light, and an old golden snitch. Dumbledore also bequeathed Harry the sword of Godric Gryffindor, a proven goblin-forged weapon, but the Ministry flatly refuses to hand it over, leaving Harry empty-handed. Hours later, Voldemort's forces orchestrate a silent coup. The Ministry falls. Death Eaters crash a Weasley family wedding, forcing the trio to abandon their families and vanish off the grid. Their only lead is a Horcrux, a locket containing a fragment of Voldemort's soul. Disguised as fascist Ministry officials, the trio infiltrates the newly corrupted government headquarters, wrestles the locket from Dolores Umbridge, and escapes into the dense wilderness. Now they are fugitives. They have a piece of Voldemort's soul dangling around their necks, but absolutely zero knowledge of how to destroy it. The trio is forced to constantly relocate their tent, terrified that using any significant magic will alert the Ministry to their location. They are starving, freezing cold, and stagnant. Worse, the locket itself is seemingly indestructible. It effortlessly repels standard spells, hexes, and brute force. This diagram illustrates how a Horcrux designs itself. It acts as a psychological feedback loop. It radiates a dark energy that seeps into the wearer, locating their deepest insecurities and actively amplifying underlying hatred and jealousy. Ron is particularly vulnerable. He is physically injured and consumed by anxiety over his family's safety. The locket exploits this, turning his fear into a venomous rage that drives him to abandon Harry and Hermione in the woods. Before they can engage Voldemort on a physical battlefield, the Horcrux itself is dissolving their alliance from the inside out. Searching for direction, Harry and Hermione focus on a strange triangular symbol drawn into the pages of the children's book Dumbledore left them. They track down Xenophilius Lovegood, an eccentric publisher who recognizes the mark. He introduces them to a competing magical legend, the Deathly Hallows. Lovegood breaks down the symbol. The vertical line represents the unbeatable Elder Wand. The circle is the Resurrection Stone, recalling the dead. The triangle is the Cloak of Invisibility. Uniting these 3 artifacts grants godlike status, making the possessor the Master of Death. This revelation fractures Harry's focus. He must choose between continuing Dumbledore's grueling, destructive hunt for Horcruxes or chasing the absolute power promised by the Hallows. The immediate deadlock breaks when Harry follows a mysterious silver doe Patronus through the forest. It leads him to the missing Sword of Gryffindor, sitting at the bottom of an icy lake. Harry plunges into the frozen pool to retrieve it, but the locket strangles him. Out of nowhere, Ron returns. He pulls Harry from the water, confronts the locket's agonizing illusions, and brings the heavy blade down, shattering the Horcrux. By destroying the locket, the trio now possesses the only weapon known to reliably dismantle the fragments of Voldemort's immortality. But the momentum shifts almost immediately. By accidentally speaking Voldemort's name aloud, they trigger a magical tracing spell called a taboo, instantly summoning a group of bounty hunters who capture them. Dragged to the cellar of Malfoy Manor, their situation turns dire when Bellatrix Lestrange spots the Sword of Gryffindor among their possessions. Believing the sword was safely locked in her own bank vault, she enters a panicked interrogation. Trapped in the dark, Harry whispers a desperate plea into a shattered piece of magical mirror. Moments later, Dobby the house elf apparates right into the cellar to orchestrate a rescue. The elf manages to teleport the group to the safety of a remote beachside cottage, but in the final split second of their escape, Bellatrix hurls a silver dagger, striking Dobby fatally in the chest. Deeply grieving, Harry refuses to use magic for the burial, choosing instead to dig the grave with his bare hands. This manual labor separates him from his years as a protected student and grounds him in the grim physical reality of the war. Meanwhile, while Harry mourns this localized, deeply personal loss, Voldemort achieves a massive strategic victory hundreds of miles away. Marching onto the grounds of Hogwarts, Voldemort desecrates Dumbledore's white tomb. He cracks open the sarcophagus and rips the Elder Wand from the former headmaster's hands, firing a triumphant blast of magic into the night sky. The magical arms race is now at its absolute peak. Harry has finally secured the means to destroy the Horcruxes, but Voldemort now wields the ultimate Deathly Hallow. The board is set for these two quests to violently collide.
And that's how the incredible story comes to an end. Every decision, every sacrifice, and every battle led to this unforgettable finale. If you enjoyed this movie recap, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more detailed movie explanations and cinematic story recaps. Also, hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next movie recap.